Thank you for tuning in to Finding Kim Amero. My name is Jaymee Splood, and if you're listening to this online or watching it online, I appreciate you joining us on this journey. It has been a very long time since we put out an episode. Way back when we started this and we were calling it Kim's Camp, we were trying to right the wrongs, I guess you could say, or, squash the rumors, squash the speculation, and just put out fact out there. I know I throw my opinions in sometimes, but I try not to, but just put out the facts. So we've put out the letter that Randy wrote, we've put out all the stuff about Michael Wayne McGray, anything we could find that was hard truth. You'll notice we didn't put an intro video or the song that we normally put because it turns out, for the people who swore they were only going to report fact, we've been misleading everyone since the beginning, since Jump Street. Unbeknownst to us, about 8 months ago, I became privy to some information, and I didn't really know what to do with it. I did contact the police. However, I sat on it, despite what everybody else wanted me to do, because I didn't really know what it meant, and I still don't. So because I still don't, and here we are 8 months later, I would like to talk to you about it and get your feedback and see what you think this means, or to see if this maybe triggers something. We all know that Kim didn't, grow up with, Morden June and Wally Cleaver, I guess you could say. It wasn't the Leave It to Beaver family. She grew up in violence. She grew up in abuse, probably physical, mental, sexual, every kind of abuse you can imagine this poor girl endured, which always kind of gave me hope that she just ran away from it all. That was always kind of in the back of my head, I always wondered, maybe she did just run away, because really, who could blame her if she did? No one. So, and hopefully that's still the case, but I've come upon some information. I don't know what to do with it, and let me get right to the point of how we've been misleading you, unbeknownst to us, this entire time. A little bit of research goes a long way, and so the first thing I want to show you is the advertisement from the fair that Kim went missing from on September 3rd, 1985. If you see, this is from the Telegraph Journal, August 23rd, 1985. This is advertising that the fair is August 25th to August 31st. Kim went missing supposedly on September 3rd from the exhibition. This here is an article. Closing day of the ceremonies here on the 31st was a Saturday. It was wet, it was rainy, and the attendance was way down that year because it rained most of the year, or most of the fair that year. I guess it's exhibition here in New Brunswick. Here is the fair schedule. But if you look at the fair schedule, the opening day fireworks was scheduled right here for the first day on the 25th of August, 1985. So that would mean that if Kim went missing from the exhibition, it would have been on August 25th, 1985, not September 3rd. The exhibition on September 3rd, 1985 was in Fredericton, September 1st to 7th, 1985. This is in Fredericton's Daily Gleaner. This is the exhibition schedule, September 1st to 7th, 1985. So the exhibition was in Fredericton on September 3rd, 1985. Now I'm going to continue on here, but this means one of two things. This means either she did go missing from the exhibition, and all along the dates have been wrong. Nobody checked into that. So when you're writing a missing persons report and you're writing, oh, that was the first day of the fireworks, that must have been September 3rd. It strikes me as odd because if you were writing that down and you were like, oh yeah, the day of the fireworks, September 3rd, the fair wasn't even in town when that sentence would have been written. So that's very confusing. Or the exhibition was the last time Tammy saw her sister. Of course, she was young then. I don't know that she would have, noticed the date. Now, when I did call the police department about this, 3 times I got 3 different answers. I got one answer was, well, how do you know we haven't known that all along? The second one was, we don't have the original report. And then the third one was, we were aware of that information. And I thought, why would you allow Missing Children's Canada, Exploited Children's Canada, Missing Children New Brunswick, all of these groups advertised the wrong day that she went missing, the wrong day that was the last day she was seen. Think about that difference. You've got to go 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 1, 2, 3. That's a 10-day difference. Did she go missing from the fair? I don't know. It says in this article that was published December 7th, 1991, it says Kimberly Ann Amero disappeared the night of September 3rd, 1985, after attending the exhibition in St. John with her sister. At the time, she was 2 days shy of her 16th birthday. It says Kim had been at the exhibition with Tammy and had remained that night after Tammy left for home. Her sister and mother had expected her home by midnight, but she never appeared. Tammy, who is about 1.5 years younger than Kim, let's just stop right there. So Kim was 15, turning 16 at this time. So 1.5 years younger, she could have been 14 and a half, Tammy could have been. So I'm not putting any onus of this on Tammy because that was a very long time ago, and I can't remember anything from when I was 14 years old. However, at the time, this was only 6 years after she went missing, this article. At the time, I find it very bothersome that this was allowed to go on. This is on every missing person's poster. Every missing person's poster. Here's another one from Fredericton, December 1982. And it says that she went missing September 3rd, 1985. So this obviously has never been picked up or researched. 1994, I have an article. Same thing, 1985, 2 days before her birthday. Now here's something that I find very interesting. This is something I was never told. This article I'm about to read to you is from 1994. Now, I have been told a couple of stories about how she went missing, but the main story is that Tammy was in trouble. She had a curfew. She had to be home. She left the fair before Kim. Kim stayed. Either she was going to sell stolen jeans. I've heard that she had vomit on her. I heard that she had a drink spilled on her and she was going home to change her shirt before the fireworks. But I've never been told this. From the Telegraph Journal 1984, I'm just going to show it to you for validity purposes. Lorraine admits that she had an argument with Kim the night before she disappeared. But what was said, and that was it, she said. There were no hard feelings the next day. Kim and Tammy left for the exhibition at about 3 p.m. on September 3rd, 1985. They talked on and off about the problems the girls were having at home. The normal curfew for both girls was 11 p.m., but Tammy had been an hour late the night before, so she had to be at 10. That part we know. So Tammy left her sister at the A&E. That was the last time anyone ever saw Kim. She never made curfew. Now, every single article, there's another one from February 26, 1984. Here's another one from 1991. They all say it was 2 days before her 16th birthday. Now, Tammy has been the one that has said it was the night of the fireworks. She remembers it was the night of the fireworks, etc., etc. Here is the thing. She didn't go missing September 3rd, 1985 if she went missing from the fair. Or she didn't go missing from the fair. That's a huge nugget. It's a huge nugget of information. Every single poster, every single article, all says the exact same thing. She went missing on September 3rd, 1985 from a fair that wasn't even in town. But I will tell you one thing. I'm sick of the lies. Again, I'm not putting this on Tammy. She was 14 and a half years old, could have just been 14 years old. But what I'm saying is that it seems like everyone is lying. There was never a mention to me about an argument the night before. Nobody really knows when she was reported missing. Nobody knows how long after the fair she was reported missing. Some people say it was a week. Some people say it was months. The police tell me weeks. The police tell me months. I don't think anybody knows when Kim Amero went missing. Or they all know exactly when she went missing. They all know exactly what's happened to her, and the cowardice and lies are just adding up and nobody's talking for fear probably of repercussion, which if you robbed a bank, you wouldn't go around telling people you robbed a bank. However, I feel like given the time frame, it's going to take one person with a set of balls, excuse my French, to come forward and say, hey, I know what happened and this is what it is. There's a secret there that we're not going to get. So I think it's time to look elsewhere for the secret and maybe look a little inward for it and maybe a little closer to home, I think. So anyways, so strange about the date. I don't know what to make of that. I invite your feedback. Very strange that the police would allow these, corporations, these charities of the world to write that story. I'm surprised the newspaper who printed the fair schedule in 1985, who then printed the articles 5 and 6 and 7 and 30 years later, haven't figured that out yet, that there is absolutely no way that Kim Amero went missing from the fireworks day at the A&E on September 3rd, 1985 in St. John, New Brunswick. That is not possible. So I don't know what to make of it. You guys tell me. Thank you again for tuning in. I'm sorry there's no microphone. I'm sorry there's no anything. I just decided to sit down and do this. I've been sitting for 8 months, and I've had the equipment all set up probably a half a dozen times, and I've had my sound guy come out and help about a half a dozen times, and I just couldn't figure out what to say about it because I don't know what to make of it. But I was, this morning, reminded that I am here to report only facts, and so my opinion of what that means doesn't mean anything. It's just a fact. There is no way, humanly, scientifically possible, that that happened. My mind is blown by this date. Blown. For so many reasons. Thank you for tuning in. And hopefully the next time we speak, maybe the chicken came out of the roost. Maybe I'll understand the date thing a bit more. I don't know, but I'm interested to hear what everybody else thinks. Thank you again for tuning in.